apocalypse, and then some more shit happened. Not just here, but around the world.
Yes.
Right now, currently, our part of Arkansas is all over the national news because we had some cops brutally beat the crap out of a guy. Pretty violent, pretty brutal. It's been going on here for years.
Yeah.
But now with the cell phones, people are going to start getting caught. Okay, so what happened? Well, Lynn wasn't here yesterday, or I could show you.
Yes.
I came out here to get some books before we went to do the show. Found out Lynn had already done the books, but in the meantime, I found out that the entire bottom was trying to rot out of this building.
Right. So yesterday you clad it, right?
Can you let me tell
Okay.
the whole story there?
Sorry.
Speedy McGee.
Sorry.
Make up shit as you go. Give me a second.
I'm excited.
I'm telling the story, not you.
I'm excited. I think it's cool.
Okay. So what happened was it had rotted out. Why did it rot out? Because we bought this building. I didn't build it. And there's no overhang. In fact, all of this I added yesterday.
Right.
There's no overhang that much. So what happens is anytime it rains, which it does here frequently, it rains. If the wind blows at all, it blows it against the side of the building, dry rot.
Right.
Fortunately, no termites, just dry rot. But I tore all the dry rot out. You can see the darkness here. That's where I painted it with drain oil.
Yeah, and you can see it on the ground too. Yeah.
And well, you can see where I spilt it.
Yeah.
But that's where I painted it with drain oil and torch oil. You know, which has citronella in it.
Right.
Keep the bugs off.
Right.
Okay, and then, okay, so I covered that. That I covered with such a big piece because that was an absolute mess.
Right.
And I'm going to show you how I did a bunch of that. This is the roof edging that they pulled off our roof that I scavenged and saved.
Oh, the old edging, right.
Everything that I could save, I did. I cut off the crap that was totally trash. I kept the rest. I put that down there. That's what this is.
Okay.
These other pieces that I put on here, I had to customize from the pieces parts that are left over.
Yeah, this is left over from roofing our
like
house.
This one, was it one of those? No, it wasn't one of those. Let me see if I can find a piece like what I used. That might have been it. Okay, so this one that I used over there, nope, that's not, because there were two edges. Anyway, as you can see, there was an edge there. I took it over to the concrete and beat it out.
Oh, okay, to make it flat, right?
Okay, so go around this way.
Okay.
Don't step on that tin. Look at this shit. And it's short. Okay. This piece you can see I did the same way. And it was the same kind. It was the piece we're out of now.
Right.
Okay, this I created. And actually I'll do another one of these in a minute. Okay, so see this channel? I flattened that channel out. Right there. And I'll show you how I did that in a minute because I have to do another one for the back. And I stuck that on there to cover the corner. When I do the back, you'll see why it was important to cover the corner. I also had to do this side. This side was weird. It had some rotted pretty high, but it actually wasn't as dangerously rotted as the other side, but it was higher. But if you'll notice, years ago, I noticed that there was a problem on this side. And I put this flashing on.
Oh, okay, so that's what you added before.
I actually did this probably 10 years ago. Okay, so what am I going to do? I got to do something because this can't stay like this. And if you'll look, you'll notice this roof, the shingles are still in pretty good shape. It doesn't look like it because they're covered in lichen and moss, but it does need to be redone. So this is what I'm trying to do. Now, once again, I have no idea whether I have the right amount of material to do anything with or not. I'm just going to go out on a limb and try.
Right.
Because people are like, well, measure it and figure, first off, measuring what, people? Measuring's for sex. Second off, can you see the pile of shit I have?
Yeah, pieces and little bits.
Many of them are little pieces. Some of them are longer. The ones that are full length aren't the full width. I have one piece, they left one piece of, I have enough ridge cap to do the whole thing because I have a little piece in this piece. I can cap the whole thing, which talk about a little high end for a shed because I forget what Tony told me, but it was over $150 for that one
piece of ridge cap.
Well, of course it was longer. It has been cut.
Yes.
Anyway, so I'm going to do that. I have no idea whether I have enough materials to finish this or not. I probably don't. What I'm going to try to do is use the corrugated because that's what I'm going to use for my side walls. The front walls, I'm just going to pressure wash and paint. But the side walls, I'm going to clad in this. And I'm going to take this steel and try to roof at least this half part of the roof.
This side?
If I can move, okay, because here's the thing. You can't look at both sides at the same time.
Right.
So if I can get it to cover this side, which I think I have enough to do that, I don't mind piece parting the other side. If there's little pieces of this left over that I can use on the other side, I'll buy some more of this cheap ash corrugated
if you need to.
I'm going to use this for the sides because this has been in storage, and for a while it was sitting in the garden, and it shouldn't because it's galvanized, but you can see it picked up some rust.
Right.
We talked about that when we were doing the...
Right.
I keep it most of the time I had it indoors.
Right.
After I noticed it was doing that.
Right.
Okay, so here's a little trick I'm going to show you. So I got my trailer. First off, people, mow your lawn while you're dragging your trailer because you might as well.
Right.
I never run this. I very rarely run this that I don't have the blades on because I might as well be mowing swatches through the lawn. So it just means I drive a little sporadically, whatever. Okay, so this tin, obviously it's a 10-foot piece of tin. It's on both ends, blah, 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 right? So what I did was I took this ladder, which I need to do it anyway, took the ladder, put it on top of the sheet iron,
and bungeed it.
Put it on with bungee cords. Bungee cords right across the top. Woo, what a handy life hack. Now we'll all be rich and famous. There we go. Okay. So first thing I got to do is cut this. So
right.
I will see you folks in a little.
Sounds good. Okay.
Okay, so I cut them 3 at a time with my angle grinder saw. Right there. I went out pictures of that because Lynn was holding it for me. But as you can see, I'm using my trailer as a
sawhorse, yeah.
Sawhorse. Okay, so I got those. They should be the same on both sides. Okay, so yesterday I cut all this pile of crap here. You can see that's not it. Yeah, you can see there was a lot of rot going on.
Right.
On these, so I took them off. But I was gonna leave this one because, you know, it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
But I know me. And it will drive me crazy. So I'm gonna take this off. And then you'll see why I had to build the corners that I built. And I'll show you how I built those. Poor bees, a lot of them went in there to die. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna pull that sucker off of there. And you see there's no rot in there, which is good, which is why I left it, because it's like, these aren't rotten, why take them off?
Exactly.
Well, because now it doesn't match everything else.
Oh, those are carpenter bees that went in there, right?
I hate that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so once again, I go to my pile of stuff left over from the roofing job. What I'm looking for is the smallest one of these, the shortest one of these. Oh, that's right, 2 pieces. So yeah, I have enough. Okay, so let's see, which one's the shortest one? This one. Okay. So now, oh, that one's even bent to work around the corners. Let's see how that works. Woohoo! That's perfect, actually. Okay. Oh, now I'm getting out Mr. Tape Measure. We all know how I feel about that. Damn it. Damn it. Okay. So I got... Oh, I want to do it. I want to do it fit there and use that. Okay, so 47.5.
From that top edge that they left for you, right? Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, so 47.5 inches. I'm going to just measure it down. You'll see what I do with that in a minute. And unless I've got it backwards, which, as if you know me, you know that I'm dyslexic and it's not unusual for me to turn shit around when I think I have it right. Thanks for that, God! Okay. So, I have to cut it. And I guess I'm going to keep the camera on. Okay.
It's just a shortcut.
Okay. So now, as you can see, I don't have a corner piece.
No.
Still.
No.
All right. So how did I... It's going to be very loud, by the way. Just so you know.
Put in your
small children in. Okay. So I tried to do it first, like this way, and just kind of hammering it on. No, it wasn't having any of that.
Not on the concrete.
And
huh?
I don't want to go to my workbench.
No.
Because I'd have to move.
Right, right.
Well, what I figured out how to do. So this is my handy dandy all-purpose trailer. See?
Oh, that is awesome.
I'm gonna just turn it off.
You have to turn it off,
I don't
yeah.
have to listen to that for now.